If your statistical arbitrage model cannot distinguish between a pure random walk and long-term fractal persistence, you will be liquidated. You will aggressively deploy mean reversion algorithms into a fundamentally persistent trend, feeding your capital directly to predatory momentum funds. Assuming high-frequency market prices follow standard, memoryless Brownian motion is mathematical suicide. Microstructure possesses memory. Welcome to the Omnicast network. Today, we dissect the Hurst exponent and the fractal architecture of quantitative regime detection. The foundation of this mathematics was not engineered on Wall Street, but discovered on the banks of the Nile River. Hydrologist Edwin Harold Hurst found that river reservoir levels exhibited extreme long-term structural dependency, violating standard probability theory. Global financial markets share this exact hydrological fractal nature. The Hurst exponent, denoted as H, quantifies this long memory bias. Mathematically, the Hurst exponent operates strictly within the bounded domain of 0 to 1, acting as the ultimate classifier of market regimes. When H is exactly 0.5, the underlying asset follows a pure, untradeable geometric random walk. Future price increments are completely uncorrelated with historical data. The algorithmic timeline has absolutely zero memory. However, when H is strictly greater than 0.5, the time series exhibits strong persistent behavior, generating momentum. A positive historical return is statistically highly likely to be followed by another positive return. Conversely, when H falls below 0.5, the asset becomes anti-persistent, defined mathematically as structurally mean-reverting. This elegant theoretical construct allows quantitative systems to dynamically size positions based on the exact detected regime. But here is the fatal mathematical trap that institutional infrastructure will mercilessly exploit. The true Hurst exponent theoretically requires an infinite, continuous dataset. In the real world, you are computing it over finite rolling arrays. Over microscopic high-frequency time frames, variance explodes, creating an extreme mathematical phenomenon known as finite-sample bias. Your algorithm will detect false mean reversion in the noise, triggering a massive bi-signal right before a catastrophic structural cascade. To extract the true fractal signal and survive, we must completely overhaul the baseline theory using Rescaled Range analysis. To neutralize the finite-sample bias that triggers false structural cascades, we must abandon raw price observation. We implement Rescaled Range analysis, the rigorous mathematical framework originally designed to calculate the Hurst exponent. We begin by transforming the non-stationary price series into logarithmic returns to normalize the underlying data distribution. Next, we calculate the arithmetic mean of these returns over a specific look-back window of size n. We subtract this mean from every individual return to create a mean-adjusted series of zero-centered deviations. By continuously summing these deviations, we construct the cumulative deviate profile, denoted mathematically as z. The maximum value of z minus the minimum value of z yields the absolute magnitude, the range. We then divide this range by the standard deviation of the returns, creating the pure Rescaled Range metric. Hurst's original law states that the expected value of this Rescaled Range scales asymptotically with time according to a power law. Specifically, it equals a constant c multiplied by the window size n raised to the power of the Hurst exponent. To extract h programmatically, we apply a logarithmic transformation to both sides of the equation. This brilliant algebraic manipulation linearizes the power law, converting the Hurst exponent directly into the slope of a linear regression. Let us engineer the institutional Python implementation using number-py arrays to calculate this exact log-log regression. We systematically loop through exponentially increasing window sizes, storing the Rescaled range for each distinct temporal partition. Finally, an ordinary least squares regression computes the gradient, isolating the exact fractional Hurst parameter. This baseline R/S logic mathematically guarantees fractal extraction. But in live algorithmic execution, it harbors a fatal vulnerability. Standard R/S calculation blindly assumes homoskedasticity. It inherently expects market volatility to remain constant over time. In live order books, volatility clusters violently. This extreme heteroskedasticity artificially inflates the maximum range metric. Your algorithm will hallucinate momentum, generating massive false positive by signals simply because local variance temporarily spiked. To survive heteroskedasticity, we must discard standard R/S and deploy the robust Lo-MacKinlay Variance Ratio Test. To survive the homoskedasticity trap where volatility clustering generates false momentum, we must completely discard standard assumptions. Instead of treating markets as memoryless geometric Brownian motion, we upgrade our mathematical framework to fractional Brownian motion. In standard Brownian motion, the increments are strictly independent. The covariance between past and future returns is mathematically zero. Fractional Brownian motion fundamentally alters this. It introduces a structural covariance driven explicitly by the Hurst exponent, h. If h is greater than 0.5, the covariance is strictly positive, mathematically defining long-term persistence and momentum. To extract this fractal parameter without falling victim to heteroskedasticity, institutional quants deploy the Lo-MacKinlay Variance Ratio Test. The variance ratio, VR of Q, elegantly compares the variance of an overlapping Q-period return to Q times the variance of a one-period return. Under a pure random walk, variance scales perfectly linearly with time. Therefore, the variance ratio must exactly equal 1. If the variance ratio is significantly greater than 1, the series exhibits momentum. If less than 1, it is structurally mean-reverting. Crucially, Lo and MacKinlay engineered a heteroskedasticity consistent test statistic, mathematically denoted as Z star of Q. This robust statistic explicitly penalizes volatility clusters, purifying the fractal signal from temporary, extreme variance spikes. Let us engineer the Python architecture. We calculate the one-period variance, followed by the overlapping Q-period variance. We utilize number py array comprehensions to vectorize the overlapping sum of squared deviations, strictly calculating the robust variance ratio. This algorithmic engine successfully processes the data and neutralizes the volatility clustering trap, returning a pristine regime signal. However, this advanced architecture introduces a severe computational bottleneck when deployed in a live, real-time algorithmic environment. Calculating overlapping variances across deep historical arrays requires immense big O of n times q computational complexity. In high-frequency environments, a single asset generates massive ticks. Scanning the market using this static monolith will paralyze your execution thread. Furthermore, a single static calculation averages out rapid market regime shifts. You will trade yesterday's momentum in today's mean reversion. To survive live markets, we must architect a recursive, rolling window variance ratio estimator. But standard loops will leak memory and crash. To shatter the big O computational bottleneck of rolling variance, we must entirely eliminate redundant overlapping calculations. Standard looping arrays recalculate the exact same historical returns millions of times, paralyzing the execution thread. Institutional engineering dictates a shift from brute force iteration to mathematically elegant prefix sum arrays. By leveraging the fundamental identity of variance, we can decouple the window size from the computational complexity. Variance is mathematically equivalent to the expected value of the squared returns, minus the square of the expected returns. Therefore, we only need to maintain two continuous cumulative sum arrays, one for raw returns, and one for squared returns. To extract the sum over any arbitrary rolling window Q, we simply subtract the cumulative value at index I from index I plus Q. This transforms an overlapping big O of n times Q nightmare into a blazingly fast constant time operation. The calculation time is now mathematically flat, regardless of how deep our high-frequency look-back window extends. Let us engineer this hyper-optimized architecture in Python. We initialize the cumulative sum arrays using number py. We slice the arrays using advanced indexing to instantly calculate the moving expectations and the rolling variance. This vectorized engine executes in nanoseconds, returning a continuous, real-time stream of the variance ratio regime signal. Our execution system can now process millions of ticks without dropping a single packet. But we face a new danger. Translating this flawless mathematical signal into live execution logic exposes a devastating structural flaw. Amateur quants map these regime signals using rigid binary thresholds, switching entirely from long to flat based on a static decimal. What happens when the market microstructure fluctuates wildly back and forth around this exact threshold line? Your algorithm will violently flip between maximum exposure and liquidation, accumulating catastrophic slippage and transaction costs. Binary regime switching is statistical suicide. To survive, we must transform the Hurst signal into a continuous, dynamic sizing function. To eradicate the catastrophic transaction costs generated by binary threshold chattering, we must deploy continuous dynamic position sizing. Instead of violently toggling the portfolio between maximum leverage and zero exposure, we engineer a smooth mathematical activation function. We systematically map the real-time, rolling Hurst exponent into a bounded scalar utilizing the hyperbolic tangent. Observe the mathematical architecture. The allocation weight, W of t, is defined as the hyperbolic tangent of an aggressiveness scalar alpha. This scalar multiplies the difference between our rolling Hurst estimate, h of t, and the structural random walk baseline of 0.5. When the Hurst exponent evaluates exactly to 0.5, the internal calculation completely zeroes out. The function commands a strict 0% allocation. The algorithmic execution engine remains flat, completely avoiding the random walk. As the mathematical regime shifts toward persistent momentum, h surpasses 0.5. The allocation smoothly asymptotes toward positive 1. Conversely, as the temporal series transitions into mean reversion, h drops below the baseline. The function seamlessly scales into negative short allocations. Let us implement this continuous sizing architecture in Python. We instantiate a function that ingests our vectorized variance ratio tensor. We first transform the localized variance ratio into an approximate rolling Hurst exponent, leveraging the asymptotic power law relationship. We then apply the hyperbolic tangent sizing function globally across the entire multi-asset array via number py, guaranteeing ultra-low latency execution. The quantitative system now scales position sizes smoothly, achieving absolute mathematical immunity against the slippage of binary threshold chattering. This continuous framework is theoretically flawless for intraday and daily quantitative models. But at the extreme microstructure level, it collapses entirely. If you blindly deploy this rolling Hurst sizing algorithm into a live, tick-by-tick institutional order book, your fund will be liquidated. At the ultra-high frequency tier, standard chronological time becomes heavily polluted by the structural bid-ask bounce. This mechanical microstructure noise violently depresses the Hurst calculation, injecting an extreme and systemic finite-sample negative bias. Your mathematical sizing function will falsely hallucinate massive mean reversion, scaling you into maximum leverage exactly as toxic flow sweeps the book. To survive high-frequency algorithmic warfare, we must overhaul our sampling logic and explicitly filter this finite sample bias. To neutralize the mechanical anti-persistence of the bid-ask bounce, we must completely abandon chronological time. Sampling limit order book data at fixed milliseconds blindly absorbs microstructure noise, severely biasing our Hurst calculation downward. Institutional infrastructure solves this by transforming the temporal dimension into information-driven volume time. Instead of sampling at fixed chronological intervals, we sample the order book only when a specific threshold of cumulative volume is traded. Observe the transformation. Chronological sampling captures every meaningless, high-frequency vibration inside the spread. Volume bar sampling entirely bypasses this toxic noise. It captures only structural price moves driven by actual institutional liquidity. Mathematically, we define a cumulative volume threshold, capital V. A new data sample is extracted only when the cumulative sum of traded volume breaches this absolute threshold. This elegantly compresses low-information toxic flow into single robust blocks, restoring the true underlying fractal distribution. To perfectly purify the series, we apply a first-order autoregressive pre-filter to these volume-sampled returns. By regressing the current return against its immediate lag, we mathematically subtract the residual bid-ask bounce before calculating Hurst. Let us write this institutional pipeline in Python. We compute the cumulative sum of traded volume across the high-frequency array. We trigger a sampling event exactly when integer division of the cumulative sum shifts, effectively warping time. We extract these specific indices to build our clean volume bars, apply the AR1 filter, and pass them to our Hurst estimator. Our dynamic sizing engine now perfectly reflects the true structural regime, completely immune to high-frequency microstructure toxicity. The quantitative mathematics are flawless. But deploying this engine naked into live markets reveals the final, lethal architectural flaw. The Hurst exponent is strictly a regime classifier. It defines the structure of variance, but it provides zero directional edge. If you scale into a momentum regime simply because Hurst is high, you lack an expected value trajectory. You are flying blind. To extract true institutional alpha, Hurst must never be the primary signal. It must be integrated as a dynamic metafilter. To conquer the alpha bottleneck, we must fuse the Hurst exponent with a directional statistical arbitrage model. Hurst provides the structural regime confidence, while a co-integrated spread provides the mathematical trajectory. We extract the directional alpha by calculating the z-score of the residual spread between two co-integrated assets. If the z-score breaches -2, the spread is historically undervalued. The baseline signal demands maximum long exposure. However, a severe z-score divergence means absolutely nothing if the asset has structurally shifted into a persistent momentum regime. Buying the dip during a structural regime breakdown is the mathematical equivalent of catching a falling knife. Therefore, we integrate our continuous Hurst allocation function as a strictly dynamic metafilter. The final algorithmic position size is defined as the directional z-score signal multiplied by the Hurst regime scalar. If the z-score screams buy, but the rolling Hurst evaluates to a persistent random walk, the scalar zeroes out the trade. The metafilter forcefully aborts the execution, saving the quantitative portfolio from catastrophic structural drawdowns. Let us architect the final fusion matrix in Python. We calculate the rolling z-score array and generate the baseline directional signals. We then calculate the rolling Hurst exponent, inverting the hyperbolic tangent activation to isolate strict mean reversion. Finally, we multiply the two vectorized arrays to output the purified, regime-filtered target position size. This dynamic metafilter guarantees that capital is only deployed when statistical misalignment and mathematical mean reversion perfectly overlap. This unified architecture is theoretically bulletproof. But deploying it across a global portfolio introduces the ultimate bottleneck. When managing 10,000 dynamic cointegration vectors simultaneously, the Python global interpreter lock will completely paralyze your routing engine. To survive the ultra-low latency execution wars, you must port this entire mathematical framework into a hyper-optimized C++ architecture. Thank you for joining this masterclass. If you want to survive in the algorithmic trenches, subscribe to the OmniCast network, like this video, and stay rigorous.